As of the recording of this video, it is the American Thanksgiving weekend. Happy Thanksgiving. And with the thought of Thanksgiving, it's a day to be thankful. Now, in my opinion, that should be every day. Every day, you should be taking the time to be grateful for everything in your life. Let's get on with that shave. So for today's shave, I'm going back to an artisan that I haven't used since the summer. Now, when I used these guys for the first time, my shave was very interesting. The cream that I used was the softest cream I have ever used. So I will be going back to Lathr, except this time I will be using their shave soap. Now this soap was inspired by the one and only Creed Aventus. And I gotta tell ya, Frank over at Lathr, he has done something really special with the scent of this soap because it is bang on as far as being inspired by Creed Aventus and smelling similar to Creed Aventus. Now, along with my soap, I have an entire lineup. I'll be starting my shave with Lathr Pre-Shave Oil. Once I'm done taking down roughly 2 days worth of growth, I'll go ahead and splash on Lathr Aftershave Tonic, but it doesn't stop there. So once I've got the splash on, I'll go ahead and toss on Lathr Aftershave Lotion. And then I'll be ending off the entire shave with, yes, Creed Aventus. I can't believe I almost forgot to mention this. I will be lathering up with the Aylsworth Altare with the G5C synthetic knot, and I'll be taking down these 2 days worth of growth with the Rockwell T2 SS. And speaking of Rockwell, guys, right now Rockwell's having their Black Friday sale, and I believe it's all weekend. If you use my link down in the description or at checkout, use Shave and Chat, you might be able to save an extra 10% on top of the Rockwell savings. Can't guarantee you anything, but give it a shot and leave it down in the comments. Let me know if you're able to save anything. And if it doesn't work, later on, if you choose, on your first purchase, you can use that 10% and save you some money. Oh, by the way, speaking of leaving a comment, you want to also go ahead, hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. I am so thankful that you're watching this video right now. All right, let's go ahead and start the shave with Lathr Pre-Shave Oil. That is good. Let's go ahead and load up this goodness. All right, so my brush is nicely loaded. Let's find out how well it lathers. Now I'll go ahead and load a Tatra blade. Now, the beautiful thing about the Rockwell T2 is it is a TTO, which means it's a twist to open. So what you're going to want to do is twist the bottom. As you can see, the top open. And now simply add the blade. And then twist the bottom to close it. Now I currently have it set for level 6. Another beautiful thing about this razor is you can micro adjust it. So if you want to adjust it to the millimeter, you can go ahead and do that. It is so convenient and you can get the exact aggression that you're looking for with this razor. This razor is either for the new person coming in or the person that's been doing this for years. Can't go wrong with the Rockwell T2. And as I just showed you, the razor is now loaded and it's ready to take down 2 days worth of growth. Tell you this much, their tallow soap is much different than their cream. This is such a nice thick lather and the smell of this is incredible. I now feel like I'm lathering Creed Aventus on my face. All right, here we go. First pass with the Rockwell T2 SS. I'll be going with the grain at level 6. And there you have it, first pass, done. Level 6 on the T2 feels pretty darn good. I remember when I first started wet shaving and when I used the T2 for the first time, to me level 6 seemed really aggressive. Nowadays, I feel like I could do a whole shave at level 6. But because you might be new to wet shaving and maybe this is the first video you're watching of mine, I kind of want to show you what the T2 can do. So what I'm going to do now is drop the aggression from level 6 and maybe we'll go down to level 4. Now, dropping the aggression is extremely easy, and I recommend when you adjust your levels to make sure there's a blade in the razor. I've learned from the older razors that if there's no blade in there, you can really mess up the mechanisms without a blade being in your razor. So I'm at level 6 right now, and I want to go down to level 4. So there we go. I'm at level 4, and as you could see, I can make little tiny adjustments with this razor. It's incredible. Okay, here we go. Second pass with the Rockwell T2 SS at level 4, and I'll be going across the grain. Pass number 2 is in the books and everything feels really nice. What I'm gonna do now is drop it down to a level 2 and see what it's like for my third and final pass. I gotta say, using Lathr soap is so different than their cream. Part of me feels like I could have used a little more soap just because it's really thinning out by this third pass. But I've been enjoying this. So as you can see, I'm on level 4. Let's turn it to level 2. And there you have it. Here we go. Third and final pass with the Rockwell T2 SS at level 2, and I'll be going against the grain. All right, and there you have it. Third and final pass in the books. I got some thoughts, but what I'm gonna do first, wash off the rest of the soap, finish off the rest of my shave, share my thoughts at the end of the video. Make sure to stick around to the very end so you can get my opinion on the gear that I used for today. Now I'll get in there with the Parker's Alamo. I gotta say, that shave was a lot better than what I was expecting. I thought for sure, especially around my neck area, it would be stinging a lot. This is not the case. Oh, what a great shave. So once again, if this is the first video that you're watching of mine and you are brand new to traditional wet shaving or you're considering trying it out, what I just did was put alum on my face. The whole point of the alum is to help close your pores. It's to help with any irritation or nicks that I may have gotten during my shave, which I lucked out on. And it gives me a good indication on how well that shave went. And as I was just saying, that was a great shave. So next, what I do is I clean my area, clean up my gear, and I get everything ready for my next shave. And while I'm doing that, I leave the alum on my face and I can feel it tingling and working its magic and doing its thing. Once everything is all cleaned up and ready for my next shave, I will then go ahead with cold water, wash off the alum. So hold tight while I clean my gear, clean my area, and then wash the alum. Be right back. So my Rockwell T2 SS is all cleaned up and ready for its next use. And the Aylsworth Altare is all cleaned up and it's ready for its next use. My area is all cleaned up and ready for my next shave. And as a matter of fact, while I've been cleaning, in fact, while I'm talking to you right now, I still feel the alum slightly tingling and doing the goodness that it does. So next, what I'm gonna do is wash off the alum and get ready to put on some Thayers. First, I'll go in with the clear Thayers, and then I'll toss on some hydrating milky toner. And now I'll go ahead and splash on some Lathr Aftershave Tonic. That has a nice burn to it. It's really leaving my face soft. And the dry down is incredible. I think it's time you need to try some lather. And just when you thought it might be done, I'm going in with Lathr Aftershave Lotion. That is a really nice lotion. Definitely haven't tried anything like this before. Oh, wow. Oh, that feels good. All right, let's go ahead and end off the entire shave with Creed Aventus. All right, there you have it. End of the shave. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. Now what I'm gonna do is just give my thoughts on the gear that I used for today's shave. I'm gonna start with the Rockwell T2 SS. Now I understand Rockwell also has the 6S, which I currently have. Now the difference between the 6S and the T2 is the 6S you adjust by plates. So whatever aggression you want, you remove the plate, put it to that aggression, put the plate back on. The beautiful thing about the T2 is everything is done through this dial. It's extremely convenient. There's no such thing as taking plates off. This is a great razor. And it's a razor for everyone. Like I said, if you're new into wet shaving, this might be the razor that you get and you never get another one afterwards. The fact that you can micro adjust with this thing and get that perfect aggression, it's unreal. Speaking of unreal, it's super efficient, glides beautifully. It's an all-around amazing razor. All right, so we have Lathr Shave Soap. Using this for the first time was a much better experience than using their cream for the first time. This thing lathered beautifully. I think I should have added more soap to the brush, but it was my first time using it, and for the most part, it did a fantastic job. The scent on this is bang on as far as being inspired by Creed Aventus. The lather itself was decent, just thinned out when I got to my third pass. And I gotta say, the slickness and protection of this was pretty darn good. I was very impressed. So if you're looking for a great soap, check out Lathr's website. They also do a ton of shower soaps, deodorants, anything that you need for your hygiene, they'll have it for you. I'll leave their website down below so you can check out what they have. And now, their aftershave tonic and their aftershave lotion. Both of these took me by surprise. If I didn't have the lotion, I'd be very happy with just the splash. And vice versa. These things are so good. The fact that they also smell like Creed Aventus, it's amazing. So if you're looking for a fantastic soap and razor, head over to Lathr's website, pick up some soap, splash, and lotion, then head over to Rockwell, use the link in my description, or try Shave and Chat at checkout to hopefully save yourself another 10% and pick up the Rockwell T2. In my opinion, I think you'll be very happy with it. And on that note, you make it a great shave, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.